than buying each item separately. In the coming months, $5 breakfast deals and $8 Big Mac and McNugget combos branded as extra value meal. A $20 value meal isn't much of a value, and McDonald's is looking to make things right. Earlier this month, McDonald's said that low and middle income customers were cutting back on spending and visits. Fast food chain is slashing combo meal prices to win back cash-strapped customers.
Imagine stepping onto what looks like a battlefield, but it isn't the South China Sea or the Persian Gulf. It's the burger market, and every choice you make has consequences. That frozen bulk pack stacked in your freezer? It's essentially rations made from scraps, crumbling the moment heat touches it. The so-called value menu? It's a diversion tactic, cheap but leaving you hungry an hour later. These aren't meals, they're ambushes. So the real question is this: are you fighting for taste and value, or surrendering every time you order without knowing what's hidden beneath the bun? Before we move on, I'd like to ask you a small favor. If you appreciate this content, please take a second to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Over 98% of you watch the videos without subscribing. It costs you nothing, but it makes a huge difference to us. So did you click the subscribe button? Great, thank you so much. Now back to the video. On the surface, the burger menu looks like a trusted companion. Bright photographs, low-cost bundles, stacked towers of meat and cheese. It all signals abundance and reward. But hidden beneath that glossy cover lies a field of traps. And the battlefield isn't just about what's on your plate. It's about your wallet, your appetite, and your long-term health. Each choice seems innocent.
A $20 value meal isn't much of a value, and McDonald's is looking to make things right. The hope? A more affordable menu will bring those customers back through the doors. That'll do it for your daily briefing.
Yet every option hides a weakness that most people never see until after they've taken the first bite. Think of the fast food dollar burger. The promise feels simple: low price, quick meal, hunger handled. But the moment you measure ounce for ounce, the economics change. That single dollar burger carries less actual meat than a modest steak. And when cost per ounce is calculated, it outpaces sit-down dining. The cheaper item only looks affordable at a glance. Then there's the other end, the $15 pub burger built to appear generous and satisfying. At first bite, you expect fullness, but that mountain of bread, condiments, and fillers leaves you strangely hollow. Your stomach feels weighed down by the extras.
Fast food chain is slashing combo meal prices to win back cash-strapped customers. Earlier this month, McDonald's said that low and middle-income customers were cutting back on spending and visits.
Yet your hunger remains unfulfilled, turning the meal into a costly disappointment before the final bill lands on the table. Frozen bulk burgers are another example. They mirror surplus military rations, thin, brittle, and lacking the density of real cuts. When heated, they collapse into dry discs that require heavy reinforcement, with onions, sauces, and aggressive seasoning just to pass as palatable. You pay for the illusion of beef, only to spend even more upgrading it into something edible. The battlefield metaphor fits because these patties behave like equipment issued from a bargain armory, technically functioning, but underpowered and often a liability in actual use. The science here reveals an even harsher truth.
After some Big Mac meals hit $18 in certain locations, this will also roll out, that's according to the Wall Street Journal. This comes after weeks of talks between McDonald's and franchise operators.
Grind ratios that use scraps with almost no fat marbling cook poorly. A patty without natural fat dries fast, releasing water and flavor until only a stringy core is left. Nutritionally, you receive less protein density than expected, and what remains demands more salt and sauce to mask the blandness. A lean steak cut, even when similarly sized, retains far more of its value because the structure of muscle fibers holds moisture under heat. In a burger patty, weak grind ratios make every bite a downgrade from what it could have been, all while broadcasting the image of hearty satisfaction. That's where the value menu trap gains strength. Like a diversion maneuver on the battlefield, it works quickly. You're steered into a purchase, shielded by the promise of low cost. Yet when hunger strikes again within an hour, you've been maneuvered into spending twice. You buy more items, add fries, grab another drink, all while thinking you're making efficient choices.
The chain and its franchisees will price 8 popular combos at least 15% cheaper, including the company offering financial support for those who agreed to lower prices, then buying each item separately. In the coming months, $5 breakfast deals and $8 Big Mac and McNugget combos branded as extra value meal.
But the diversion only exposed you to more spending, more empty calories, and more poor fuel. The upper tier carries a different tactic. Gourmet and Instagram-ready burgers often sell for $20 or more, the price justified by stacks of toppings, unusual buns, or theatrical construction designed to photograph well. Yet behind the spectacle sits a patty costing less than $3 to produce. The sound strategy of a burger, a balance of protein, fat, and bread that actually fuels, is lost. Marketing has staged psychological warfare, turning your hunger into a tool. You're sold not nourishment, not lasting satisfaction, but a prop that reinforces a brand on social media. This pattern repeats across the field. Economical options that extract more value than they give, premium options that dazzle but don't deliver, and frozen stores that chew up expectation like surplus gear issued in bulk. The food itself becomes secondary. What dominates is persuasion. Ads, photos, slogans, and limited-time drops deploy like soft power campaigns, aimed less at honoring flavor and more at controlling the decisions you make in moments of weakness. Hunger isn't the opponent here. Deceptive marketing is. Once you see the pattern, the battlefield clears. Cheap doesn't mean efficient, gourmet doesn't mean quality, and frozen doesn't mean safe supply. The enemy hides in these disguises, planting the trap where you don't expect it. The real ground to fight on is execution. Choosing combinations that work, finding balance between cost and satisfaction, and refusing to mistake marketing for substance. And if each of these fronts carries flaws, the obvious question remains: what exactly is the one formation that consistently secures victory when the plate finally arrives? Just as a commander studies maps before moving forces, you need intel before ordering a burger. What looks quick or impressive often disguises weak structure, poor value, and empty fuel. Most menus aren't designed to satisfy you, they're designed to extract from you. So test this yourself. Order the double cheeseburger. Measure it against the glossy gourmet build or the bargain single. You'll see balance, protein density, fat content, and cost efficiency holding the line. Next time the glowing signs call, remember, cheap menus and stacked creations aren't gifts. They're ambushes. Fight smart and win the war for your plate.